Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 18th episode of the 10th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for finally in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So interestingly, surprisingly, we've actually kind of gone all in on this Raj having, well, not having no money, but deciding to go independent. You know, we've seen throughout the whole 10 seasons, he's been heavily reliant on his rich parents, you know what I mean? He's always throwing tantrums. We even had an episode, remember, when he kind of went to his mum and asked for money, and then went to his dad and asked for money, and he kind of doubled his allowance, you know what I mean? And then obviously after sitting down and speaking to his previous partners, he realised that obviously you know, he has a lot of kind of issues with his family and is heavily reliant on them. And he's decided, you know what, I'm going to take this step. I'm going to be independent. I'm going to live by myself. And, you know, last episode, he, found the consequences of that, because sometimes in life, when you don't have infinite money, you run into hurdles, you run into struggles, and you run into brick walls. And he wanted to go to Comic-Con and he could not afford it. So he was trying to go around, and fair play to him, though. He has got the work ethic. He was trying to pick up extra shifts, extra work, you know, anything here and there to get some cash so he can go to Comic-Con. So at first, he went to the comic book store. He was seen outside, spinning a sign, come inside. I think he was dressed as He-Man or something. Then, obviously, he ended up kind of like being a nanny for Howard and Bernadette. And he didn't want to take any money, you know, nothing. But they come and they give him like a back payment. He was like, look, mate, you know, ever since I was pregnant, you've been here, you've been scooting around, you've been doing everything for us. You've always been here, waiting on his hand and foot. And consider this as like a gift or a back payment or something, you know, that you can use to treat yourself with. Now, again, he was overwhelmed and he decided, you know what, I'm not going to go to Comic-Con. I've been there that many times, you know, I'll step away this year. And everybody else decided they'll step away this year as well, which is interesting. But Sheldon, he was like, no, I'm still going. Now, that, again, is interesting in himself. But I like the fact that, you know, Howard and Bernadette offered to give him money because he has helped out. And, you know, when he did get the cash, Stuart was like, look, I've been helping out as well. And he was like, yeah, but you've been living here rent-free. And he was like, yeah, touche. You know, touche, yeah, I'm staying here rent-free. So, I mean, it was pretty funny. And obviously, you know, I've been really enjoying it so far. So we're on the back end. We're on the final stretch of this season. Hopefully it's just as good. And I can't wait for today's episode. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Man, did you see this post from Raj? Can't afford his apartment, and he's asking if anyone knows of a cheap place to live. I want to say India, but it seems mean.
Raj is looking for a cheap place to live, and I wrote India. Fine, what should we do?
I know our apartment's small, but I think we could make room.
No, Sheldon. We're not getting a life-size Spider-Man statue.
Mate, I knew I wasn't going to be talking about Raj.
We do have Sheldon's old room. Am I still a good friend if I wait and hope that Howard offers him a place to live first?
Even better husband.
Where would he stay? We already have Stuart.
We can
Bunk
make
beds.
some space in the garage, maybe put a cot out there, get him a space heater, maybe a hot plate.
I'm starting to think you didn't mean it when you said you wanted to spruce up the place.
I mean, Amy looked like she's got makeup on there, but, you know, a good friend would actually invite Raj to stay with them. Now, obviously, the easiest, the most obvious, the literally can't miss target is Sheldon's bedroom. You know, Leonard, obviously, is happy that he's got rid of Sheldon. But to be honest, bringing Raj in is not going to make his life worse. To be honest, you know, if you're used to living with Sheldon, mate, your life's going to be so much better with Raj. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I think he's a great friend. I actually feel like he cares heavily for other people. And if he's going to be living there, I would fully expect, you know, fun game nights. I'd expect him to take an interest in everything that you do. And cooking as well. I feel like he'd do the chores, he'd do the cooking, he'd sit down, he'd treat you. He'd be like, thanks for putting all the effort in and letting me stay here. Here's a night for you, X, Y, and Z. So, I don't know. I think that Raj is a great friend, and I feel like he'd be a good roommate as well.
Been talking, and if you need a place to stay, we'd be happy to fix up the garage for you. I know it's not ideal, but you'd have plenty of space for your furniture. And there's this cool button that makes an entire wall go up and down.
Hey, can you hold on one sec?
Hey, buddy, you still looking for a place to live? We have the extra bedroom, and if you need it, it's yours.
Hey, so Howard, what's the bathroom situation gonna be? Use the downstairs bathroom, right?
Yeah, we barely use it, so it'll be like it's yours.
What's it like sharing a bathroom with Penny? She used your loofah.
I don't have a loofah.
Okay, well, if I move in, you can't use mine. Hold on a second. To be honest, Leonard's on the other line, and he offered me the spare bedroom. Great! Go live there! But you made the garage sound so fun. How do you feel about a mini fridge in my room?
Hey, pal, you want to live here or not?
Hi, Penny. Yes, please.
I'm given to understand Raj will be moving into my old room.
Yeah, for a little while.
What about his dog?
That should be in her crate. It's not a big deal.
Well, I think it's very nice that you're helping out our friend.
I think it's nice that you're taking whatever medication Amy is clearly giving you.
It's like that science thing. For every action, you have a gigantic and annoying reaction.
What's weird is that Penny almost got a science fact right.
People just assume I'm going to be upset by Raj moving into my old room.
But you are, aren't you?
Oh, I'm outraged.
I was going to say, he definitely is upset. He'd be fuming if he moves stuff around.
There are a lot of memories wrapped up in that room. For me, too.
But with Raj moving in there, I'm feeling a bit replaced.
This isn't an easy time for him. He's losing his apartment. He's in debt. He's probably humiliated.
Anyway, thanks again.
Hey, look at that. You got a Raj. We got a Stewart. Maybe we should take them both to the park. Let them run around together.
A housewarming gift for Raj.
A bunch of fake snakes better not spring out of it, because that was a lousy anniversary present.
Hello.
Hi.
Perfect timing. Food's ready.
Yeah, wait, before we eat, I have a little welcome to the building gift for Raj.
Blank notebook.
I had some of my best ideas in that room, and I'm sure you will too. You're losing your apartment, you're in debt, and you must be humiliated.
Sheldon.
Oh, good grief. She
He's
is
waiting
such
for
a
him to
stickler
say
for
it.
Citing sources, those were Amy's words.
You're right, I am humiliated. Thanks for pointing it out. You're such a jerk.
Can you believe this guy?
Yeah.
You took my room, you turned my friends against me. I hope you're happy.
Hello, Sheldon.
Honestly, I've been better. Do you have time? Leonard says you're very busy these days. Our friend Raj moved into my old room, and it's brought up a lot of negative feelings for me.
But clearly, your old room represents an escape hatch, and without it, you're forced to confront the terrifying reality of being trapped in a relationship with Amy forever.
I hadn't thought about that.
And don't start thinking about it now.
Your defensiveness may indicate similar insecurities about your relationship with Sheldon.
That's not true.
She said defensively. They found a need to take yet another roommate. Seems they're avoiding some harsh realities themselves.
I mean, just because a therapist says something, does that make your relationship a disaster? Do you know what I mean? She's made a general observation, but doesn't mean it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, it reminds me of the episode, do you remember when he went on a double date, Sheldon and Amy and Leonard and Penny, and they sat down and he was talking about taking this score test, and they was trying to say, Amy and, well, it was Sheldon with Amy, was saying that they're a better couple than Leonard and Penny, and he was saying that, you know, this test says so, but in reality, I was like, well, no, I don't agree, to be honest, because, you know, first of all, at that time, they wasn't even intimate. Like, they hardly even held hands, he didn't kiss, he didn't cuddle, you know what I mean, didn't have sex or nothing, you know. At least Penny and Leonard have been through the ups and downs, they've been around, you know what I mean, they've broken up, they're back together, they realised that they want to spend their lives with each other, do you know what I mean? It wasn't a rush to get married, obviously. They're intimate as well, you know, they know everything and anything that they need to know about each other. And, you know, just because one likes, I don't know, partying and drinking, and the other one likes staying home and gaming, you know, they might not be compatible in that aspect, but, like, it's the fact that if you're with them and you enjoy your time with them, that's the whole point of a relationship. The time that you've got available together is what you enjoy. So, you know, they could have looked at that and observed it and said they're not the right couple, but I disagree. Do you know what I mean? And, like, he's just said, I have no idea our relationships is all a disaster. Do you look at that and think that they're all a disaster? Because I don't.
I haven't been here one day, I'm already causing problems.
You didn't do anything at Sheldon. That'd make a nice needlepoint pillow.
Right, Raj, I owe you an apology. Could you please put your dog on a leash? I let my emotions get the best of me, and I unfairly took it out on you. Now, I can't take all the credit. I spoke with Leonard's mother, and she made me feel better. Beverly pointed out that I'm experiencing insecurities in my relationship with Amy, in the same way that Leonard and Penny are in their relationship. You're fine as long as you have a buffer living with you to distract from your marital problems. Oh, and FYI, if you cry while they're fighting, they'll take you to McDonald's.
Why are you saying we have marital problems? We don't have marital problems. Just because we took our friend in does not mean that Penny and I are afraid to be alone.
Yeah, this is a special circumstance.
Sheldon mentioned you tried to get your brother to live with you as well.
Yeah, well, a circumstance can happen twice and still be special.
That's actually an interesting observation.
Now that you point it out.
Are you kidding me?
Howard! It's me! It's just me! Oh my word!
It's fine. It's just Raj. You can hit him with the bat, but it's fine. fine.
Sorry, guys. Sheldon was upset. Leonard and Penny were fighting. I just wanted to go someplace where I wasn't causing problems.
Should have had all these kids so close together.
Beverly believes I unconsciously consider my old room an escape hatch. Doesn't that say something troubling about us? Did you know I figured out in which order I would eat all my friends in the event of an apocalypse?
You need to stop hanging out with your brain so much. It's not a good influence.
Didn't think this is where my life would be.
Me either. I'm in a bedroom and you're on a couch. I'm actually winning. There is no reason to leave here. This is great. Everyone's nice. It's comfortable. If all goes according to plan, this is my retirement home.
Because I love you, your dessert.
I want to say "oh," but I'm gonna say "ew."
No, you see, I'm the person.
Good for you. This sandwich has $6 worth of ham in it.
Don't you even feel a little bad sponging off your friends?
No
Hey,
chance.
look. I went to art college. I tried to make it as a comic book artist. And you know what I got for my efforts? A visible rib cage.
See, the thing is with Stuart, right? His situation and his life experiences, you can fully understand why he doesn't want to go anywhere else. He's got everything that he needs in there. If they're going to willing to keep him there while he helps out, mate, I would not move out either.
Leonard and Penny, I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. I want to stay at Howard's. P.S. Cinnamon's with me, but if you feel like messing with Sheldon, tell him she's loose in the building.
You're the one worried having someone live with us is a sign of problems.
That was just because my mother got in my head. It's like being possessed, but instead of Satan, it's the same thing. Help! Cinnamon's loose in the building!
Be quick, lock the door!
Just never want to be a burden on my friends.
Me either. Don't want to be a burden. Hey, is that the baby? I'll go check.
You are not a burden, and we want you to come back and stay with us.
Tally's fine.
You know she's at my parents' house, right?
If you ever want to change things up, you're always welcome here.
Appreciate it, but I think staying with Leonard and Penny makes more sense for everyone.
Nobody needs a mooch living in their house forever.
Hey, it's no way to talk about your baby.
Yeah, with Penny and Leonard taking in Raj and Stuart living with Howard and Bernadette, we're the only couple of our social group who doesn't need to fill the holes in their relationship with a third party.
Yep, we're killing it.
Honestly, like, to be honest, I don't actually mind some sort of mannequins like that. If you've got a huge apartment, then it's alright to put something in there. Like, to me, that apartment that they're staying in looks considerably smaller than the one that Leonard and Penny are in. Like, they could put that Batman back in, you know, like where the window is, or the table where they tried to put the, you know, the dining table that time. It's got the computer desk now. They could have that stood up there in the back and it wouldn't really make any dent on the footprint of the room. Do you know what I mean? But that one, it's just plonked in the middle. It's just like an extra person just stood there. Imagine coming out your bedroom in the night, seeing that dark figure just looking at you. You would absolutely crap it, wouldn't you? But to be honest, it's interesting. You know, I was saying there that obviously Beverly made the observation that they kind of having troubles in the relationship, and obviously Sheldon said he didn't realise that everybody was kind of struggling. But I personally don't think they are, and obviously I went through that thing. But I do think that it was an interesting observation that she was saying, the fact that, you know, you had Sheldon and then he's left, and then you potentially was going to have Penny's brother and then he didn't come, and now you've got Raj. But it's all situational based, you know what I mean? And it's like all coincidental as well, you know. At no point in any time have they gone out to seek the replacement of Sheldon. It's just that it sprung upon them, circumstantial, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, obviously at the time we was talking about Penny's brother, and like he could potentially be there for a long time, but it wasn't the fact that she invited him, like, yo, come. She was saying that he's coming to the city to do something and he's going to stay a couple of days. And then he was just like, how long is he staying? And she was like, it's unknown. So, like, there was no time frame, but it wasn't permanent. And it's the same again here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to let a friend become homeless and live on the streets when you've got a perfectly good bedroom there not being occupied. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a moral good thing to do. So I understand where she's coming from. Like, if you observe it from kind of one point of view in context, you kind of see, like, mate, you can't be alone. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you actually get on? Or do you always need somebody there as the buffer? And I kind of get that and that observation if you look at it from Beverly's point of view. But if you look at it in the real world and the selected point of view, they never chose to have Sheldon there. And when he left, he celebrated. Do you remember? He was dancing and all that, having a party. And then, obviously, with Raj here, the reason why he's been invited is it wasn't actually them. They were trying to hold off long enough for somebody else to invite him. It wasn't as if to say, got a spare room, Raj needs it, let's get him on the phone and here. It was like, look, we'll hold out for as long as we can. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, depends on the side. Sometimes context is key and situations is key. And, you know, I understand where she's coming from, and it kind of looks that way as well, but I feel like it'd be good for him to be there. It'd be nice, obviously, to see him around more. Hopefully it's a bit more screen time. Like I said, I feel like he actually would be a really, really good roommate, especially with what he enjoys, the way he is, and how he can provide for the family. You know, I just think he'd be really good to have there. That is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So we was talking about at the start of the episode, the intro. It's interesting that we've actually doubled down. We've gone all in on this Raj having no money, kind of, you know, living for himself and you know, trying to get an extra job. And now we've even gone even further. He's actually moving out of his apartment. He can't afford to pay his rent, and he's got to downsize. And you know, today's episode, he was kind of floating about, do we stay here, do we stay there? You know, we was talking about you know, maybe him and Stuart could get a place. Now actually, that would be really good if you think about it. Stuart and Raj in one place, we have Howard and Bernadette, we have Amy and Sheldon, obviously Leonard and Penny, all kind of split. We're all in pairs. It would actually be really good, but financially, situationally, and obviously common sensely from obviously Stuart's side is you don't want to leave. You know, you got a house that you can never afford. You've got the space that you'll never have. You know, you got the food that you don't have to buy. You've got a job that you could get income from and obviously keep to yourself, and you don't have to pay keep. All you have to do is just stick around and help out with the baby and the chores in the house. Like you say, mate, you know, I used to live on the breadline, ribs on show. Now I'm eating a sandwich with $6 ham in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's living his dream and his best life. He's got a steam shower. He's got a hot tub outside. Like, you wouldn't move unless you have to. And some people could say, oh, well, morally, you know, like, I would want to do this and that, like Raj does. But, like, he's never been in the struggles that Stuart's actually had to be in. Do you know what I mean? Even though he's run his own business, it feels like he's kind of nearly been homeless and on the breadline consistently. That when he gets offered an opportunity, he's not going to leave until it's actually pulled right underneath him. Do you know what I mean? He's living his best life. So I kind of get that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I absolutely love the fact that he's kind of been introduced. Like, he isn't the best character in the world, and he's just knocking around, but I don't know. Like, I just feel like this is the perfect example on how you can bring somebody in who's not a main cast, who in it decent amount. He's probably in it like 60-70 episodes of the whole show, so it's pretty much nothing in terms of the 280 that the show actually has. But like, he feels impactful. He feels, you know, like wanted and part of the show. And I don't know, I actually really like him. His role that he gets given is top, honestly. It really, really is, and I enjoy it. So, I mean, hopefully it's more to come from these, and I'm excited to see where we go. New roommates, new lifestyles, everything. It's exciting. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.